told my niece to remember and understood what they put, so.
I
Seen it through there. It was Monday, but like she called me on Friday and like, hey, officially Wednesday, it's now.
At this time, I'll call the meeting to order. We will start the flag salute, Mayor, please.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Clark.
Here.
Evans. Here. Rotunda.
Here.
Light.
Here.
Parker. Here. Sykes.
Here.
And DeRose is absent.
Sunshine Statement. This is advised that certain advance notice has been given to the date, time, location, and to the extent known, the agenda of this meeting, in accordance with the provision of the Open Public Meeting Act. A notice of this meeting has been posted prominently at the bulletin board in the municipal complex lobby, on the city's website, and communicated through the newspaper designated by the government body. This is also to further advise that this meeting is being recorded electronically and can be viewed on the city's website at upseeknj.gov.
Third one failed.
Okay. At this time, I'd like to offer a presentation by Joe Henry of Hardenberg Insurance.
Thank you, Clark. Right here? Okay, everybody hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Is it?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I'm Joe Henry. As a member of the Atlantic JIF, you're required to have an RMC, so we serve as your risk manager. Also, you're required to have a safety committee. Just want to let you know, your safety committee meets 4 times a year, and you achieved the award last year, the monetary award for doing all the things that are required in your safety incentive program. One of which is to discuss safety at one council meeting a year at least. So, as you know, from having been here last year, I bring a topic to you, and this year, if you take a look at here, the topic is going to be service dogs and emotional support animals. This came about because if you take a look at that, that's a guy on the Wildwood Boardwalk, and that is a wolf.
Yeah.
It was confirmed it was a wolf, regardless of what he had to say.
For everybody in the audience.
It sparked a lot of conversation in the Atlantic JIF because naturally down here, a lot of towns have boardwalks. So what do we do if we encounter a situation like this? So I will move on and tell you a little bit about service dogs and leave you. Under the American Disabilities Act, the ADA, which we're all familiar with, a service animal is defined as a dog that has been individually trained to do work, to perform tasks for an individual with a disability. If you take a look at that, that is a miniature horse. There is a separate provision added to allow miniature horses. Why, I don't know, but the statute does specifically state dogs. If you've ever been in a company of these service dogs, they are incredible animals, and they will do specifically what is expected of them. Moving on to page 3, some of the things that they'll do. For their owner, they can guide a person who is blind, alert a person who is deaf, pull a wheelchair. It's pretty amazing that these dogs can feel a seizure coming on to their handler and hopefully alert that person so they're not injured in a fall. And also, they certainly help people with PTSD. These dogs do have legal rights, as I mentioned. They're covered under the ADA, which is a very strict law. The law enables people with disabilities the right to be accompanied by their service animals in public places. Service animals are allowed to be taken into a person's workplace. Facilities with no pest policies must adhere to the law, and service animals are not pets under the law. They are considered medical equipment. As with everything else in life, there are a few exceptions. Restricted areas such as sterile environments in hospitals for obvious reasons. They are allowed in public swimming pools, but not in the water. They can be on the decking area. And also boarding schools, naturally you'll run into some students that may be allergic to some type of pet dander, so they would make special provisions for that. And also at a zoo, they may be directed away from certain animals, obviously, because they're in cages and they can be disruptive. In identifying a service animal on page 6, and this is really the key to the whole thing, there's only 2 things you can ask. Is the dog a service animal required because of a disability? And what work or task has that dog been trained to perform? As I mentioned, they're remarkable animals, and they will be in the owner's control throughout. In identifying a service animal, I did mention the two things you may ask. You cannot ask these under any circumstances. The nature of a person's disability, for a demonstration of a task that the animal may perform, for certification, licensing, or identification cards. There's no such thing. They can be trained, you find a trainer, you get it trained. The only identifiable thing would be that jacket that almost all dogs will have that because their owners want them identified. And you cannot ask how and where the animal was trained. On page 8, service animal handler's responsibilities. The handler will have the following responsibilities and must remain under their control at all times. Must be housebroken and must remain in the handler's custody, as I mentioned. And the handler is responsible for any damages caused by the animal, which are very unlikely that would be the case. I've encountered 3 of them in the last few months after dinner. They simply sit with the jacket on. They're sitting at their handler's feet and just waiting for the next thing they're told to do. So they're incredible animals. And we do work with school districts also. And we know organizations that have service dogs that the districts have worked with them, bringing them into the school for the kids. And also, on page 9, I listed emotional support animals. You'll see that. That's a peacock. People with emotional support animals, they do not fall under the ADA, totally separate from service animals. Some people will claim a peacock, some people claim snakes, some people claim lizards. There's no debating that it gives them emotional support, but they're not covered under the ADA. So registration is not required and holds no legal value. And also ESA letters are written and signed by licensed mental health professionals. So if it does come into question in a private area, they can produce those, and it's up to the individuals in the private zone to decide if they want those animals in their place. I've listed the sources on page 10. You can take a look if you'd like to get a little further into it, but basically, those 2 questions that I mentioned covers it all. So that's this year's topic. Any questions related to it or your safety committee, please feel free to ask. If not, I'll get out of your way.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Thank
you for your time.
Thank you. Regular meeting agenda. Do I hear a motion for the second reading of ordinance 5/2026?
Motion.
Second. Second. Roll call.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Larotunda,
Yes.
Blight,
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Sykes.
Yes.
Ordinance 5/2026, an ordinance of the City of Absecon repealing and replacing Chapter 224, Article 25 of the Land Use and Development Ordinance entitled Affordable Housing. May I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public for common discussion of this ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Anyone from the public like to speak on this topic? Okay. May I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
There we go. All in favor? Aye. Faithful, guys.
I kept feeling like you're second. Yeah. Don't say second, and we'll do it. That's why nobody's answering.
On a higher note, like there's a question. That's how it's right. Like, hold a second, you're right. Thanks, Tom. Great job. All right, back to, may I hear a motion for the final reading and adoption of ordinance 5/2026?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Clark,
Yes.
Evans.
Yes.
Larotunda.
Yes.
Light.
Yes.
Parker.
Yes.
Sykes.
Yes.
Ordinance 5/2026, ordinance of the City of Absecon repealing and replacing Chapter 224, Article 25 of the Land Use and Development Ordinance entitled Affordable Housing. This ordinance has been heard and is finally approved. Consent agenda. Number 57, authorizing to prorate, cancel, and refund property taxes for the first and second quarters of 2026 on the property located 8 Cortez Ave, Block 95, Lot 12. Number 58, authorizing a refund of an overpayment of taxes for the first quarter of 2026 on the listed property. Number 59, a resolution determining the form and other details of not exceeding 2 million general obligation bonds of the City of Absecon and providing for their sale to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and the State of New Jersey pursuant to the Water Bank Financing Program of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and authorizing the execution and delivery of certain loan agreements and an escrow agreement in connection therewith. Number 60, a resolution determining the form and other details of its note relating to the construction financing program of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank to be issued in the principal amount of up to $2 million in one or more series and providing for the issuance and sale of such, not in one,
It should say note there.
note, okay, of such note in one or more series to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and authorizing the execution and delivery of such note in one or more series by the City of Absecon in favor of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank, all pursuant to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank Construction Financing Program. Number 61, approving IT services by network connectivity for the municipal complex building. Number 62, approving for HVAC services by Bishop Mechanical Services, Inc. for various department. Number 63, authorizing the city clerk to issue boat ramp permits to local marinas. Public portion, consent items only. Do I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only? Motion?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Would anyone from the public like to speak on consent agenda items only? Anyone? Okay. Do I hear a motion to close the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Consent agenda. May I hear a motion to move to the consent agenda? Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Clark?
Yes.
Evans?
Yes.
Bartenda?
Yes.
Light?
Yes.
Parker? Yes. Sykes?
Yes.
Approval of the bill list, $3,525,576.40. May I hear a motion to accept the bill list?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Roll call.
Oh, I'm sorry, roll call, I skipped it. Oh, I'm sorry. Roll call.
Clark?
Yes.
Evans?
Yes.
Bartenda?
Yes.
Light?
Yes.
Parker? Yes. Sykes?
Yes.
Approval of the minutes, regular meeting minutes for February 5th, 2026. May I hear a motion to accept the minutes? Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Clark?
Yes.
Evans?
Yes.
Bartenda?
Yes.
Light?
Yes.
Parker? Yes. Sykes?
Yes. Okay, we will move into reports, and we'll start with council committees, and we will start with Nick.
We have not met since our last meeting. Code enforcement will meet on March 17th at 4 p.m. All are welcome.
Okay, we will go into Mike Sykes.
Parks and Rec met on the 17th of February. We discussed the concerts. We're still waiting to hear the official lineup. I think we do have everybody set. We just got to pick the dates.
I think we got the dates though.
Yeah, did we get everything right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
Pete sent out the email the other day.
I did, okay. So we did see that. We're going to try and get that out to community affairs and have something posted. Christina usually do a nice job typing
Yeah.
something up. So we'll try and get that out to the public. I'm giving Christine credit for that. That's right.
I haven't done it yet.
And so we'll try and get that out to everybody so you guys can plan accordingly, set the summer schedule up for that. Again, they'll be every Sunday, 10 of the weekends. We discussed a couple things about, the lights that we talked about, painting the goalposts. All those things are still on the table. I'm going to try and plan accordingly. Also, big kudos to Public Works for the last snowstorm. I know, a couple complaints, people didn't understand the ice of the previous snowstorm or this last one. I saw that they did plow around the walkway here and things like that. So those guys did a really good job. It was a lot more snow than we had the first time. And again, with a limited crew of 6, I think they did an outstanding job with the city. So kudos to them guys.
Councilwoman Parker?
Public safety met this past Monday. Just like the February meeting, the theme of the meeting was our past storm. Again, our police and fire department, our ambulance squad did a great job of keeping us safe during our last snowstorm and also went above and beyond in some of the things they did. I know the fire department really helped me out with trees in my neighborhood, and I know they did the same throughout the city. I think from the tone on Facebook and other social medias, you can tell Absecon really came together with this last storm, and it was something nice to see. There was a lot of good, positive feedback after the storm for public safety, public works, and everything. So great job to all who came in and worked during this storm. Chief, do you have anything to add?
No, just to reiterate what you're saying, the fire department in this town responds out and removes trees from the roadway not exactly always their job. And, for the residents that they move the trees from their yard back into their yard, it's your job to make sure you make removal of that.
I did it today.
We really want to thank the fire department for helping us out. In regards to the frustration for some of the people with the plowing, again, we have six people on Public Works and 6 plows. City Hall here was down approximately 18 to 20 hours without power, so we were on backup power here, which is limited, which means there was several residents. I think it's something that we need to remember. This has been a pretty rough year as far as winter, right? We haven't had like a winter like this in a long time. So when our forecasters and you see on the news that a historic storm's coming, I think we need to prepare ourselves individually and be ready for this more or less. Of course, first responders will always be there for you. I'm very proud of the police department. Just so everybody knows, when the power goes out, that means the lights go out. So I had officers out on a couple of the intersections for up to 18 hours. And so those things are tough to deal with in these kind of inclement weather and things like that. So thank you to all the residents that abide by all the rules. Next, we're ready for the next storm, the next thing. Unfortunately, these are the things that we deal with all the time. We got lucky with the flooding this time, but, we could deal with the flooding every month. But know that the fire department, the police department, and Public Works are always here to serve you to the best of our capacity. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Councilwoman Evans?
Community Affairs met this evening. We went over some upcoming dates that are going to happen. The first thing will be the Easter egg hunt will be March 28th, and that'll be at the Epsecan School with details to follow. Earth Day will be held here at City Hall, and that's on April 18th, and we will be doing collecting electronics along with shredding and also a cleanup around town. So we're looking for volunteers for the kids who need community service hours. Please reach out. Our senior brunch will be on Saturday, May 2nd. And the next big thing will also be the Memorial Day Parade, which will be on Monday, May 25th. So a lot going on. Community Affairs meets the first Thursday of every month before the council meeting. So anybody who'd like to come out and join any of these committees, we are always looking for new ideas. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Light?
Thank you, Alex. Good to see you up there.
Steve?
We didn't meet on this month. It was canceled because of conflicts with the schedules with our engineers, some of our staff. Some things that we're constantly working on is just kind of working on our road projects. Some of the long-term and short-term projects that we'd like to do with the city for improvements. We will meet on the 6th of April at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock on the 26th. So basically, April 6th at 5 o'clock. Over the map here. I have it written down, 4/6/26. So 4/6/26, we will meet at 5 o'clock. So,
And I'm throwing everybody off tonight.
You go back to Morgate.
Ed will fill us in with anything else that we have going on as progress. And then just to piggyback is very short is I'm very proud of our city staff entirely as we work through some of these little glitches through the weather, and I'm very proud of everyone that we have here. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Light. All right, finance report. We meet in 2 weeks, which will be March 19th. Right now is budget season. We are doing a lot of preparing behind the scenes. I'm meeting with the CFO, our committee. We're meeting with a financial advisory committee next week, and we will go over stuff and get prepared for our budget to get that done. And the next meeting will be March 19th at 5 o'clock. That being said, we'll go into Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would like to add, in my over 3 years of being an elected official, you were in the top 4 council presidents I've ever known.
Very nice of you.
Don't you gavel me.
Nominate him.
I want to thank Public Works, our PD, our city staff for getting here when they could. These storms were really tough this winter, and I really appreciate all the hard work from everyone. Chief had mentioned the flooding was not as bad as it has been. I have been a huge proponent since I started here, getting Shore Road raised, because it's no longer a nuisance. It's a public safety hazard. And I'm contemplating stealing your thunder right
Go
now.
for it, man. You earned it. Go ahead.
I'm going to cede my time and let Ed give us the good news. Now that he's here.
Yeah, he's very gracious.
Have it.
All the mayors I've worked with.
I'm losing control already. All right.
I do have one major update, but to further build the suspense, I do want to just clarify for the benefit of the public, there were two resolutions on the agenda tonight that talk about $2 million in bonds and notes. I just want to make it very clear, the city's not going to borrow $2 million for these projects. These are grants, more or less. The iBank requires you to borrow the money and then they immediately forgive the loan. So that's what that is. Without further ado, I am very happy to announce that the Shore Road project went out to bid for construction on March 3rd, 2026, after about, I don't even know how long. I don't even know. More than 5 years.
4 council presidents ago.
Yeah, for sure. So we're finally out to bid. You know, the county's administering the bid process, so they're the ones handling it. We'll help them with any questions that come in from contractors. And in a couple council meetings, we'll know who the contractor is, and we'll have a much better picture on when construction would be starting. So major milestone. It was an all-hands-on-deck situation to get this to happen, but we were finally able to work through the county engineer's office to get this project out to bid. So big news.
How long did they go out for, Ed?
I think this one will be out for about a month, I think. Yeah.
Big kudos to the mayor and Ed for doing that and getting us to the finish line. I know the county has given us a lot of obstacles with it, so I'm glad we got through
Thank
that.
you.
So.
Yep, thank you. And that's all I have.
Thanks, Ed. Jessica, would you like to give an admin report?
Sure. The City of Absecon tax sale will be held on Wednesday, March 18th at 8:30 a.m. online at realauction.com for delinquent prior year taxes. The last day for delinquent property owners to pay is Tuesday, March the 17th, at the close of business, which is 4:30 p.m. And anybody with any questions with regards to the tax sale can reach out to the tax office.
Public portion? Do I hear a motion to open the meeting to the public? Motion?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Anyone from the public wish to speak? That's a lot.
Greg Sayre, 65 Yarmouth Avenue. I'm just here tonight as the planning board chair, newly elected planning board chair. We are starting the process of our master plan, 10-year redo, I guess you'd call it, reexamination. So I just wanted to let the public know, with all the people here tonight that obviously are going to get this. Maybe someone's watching at home, I don't know. You know, we want this process to be as public and open as possible. All the planning board meetings where we discuss it, you know, we'll make sure everyone's aware that's going to be at that meeting. They can come and provide their input. They can, you know, reach out in other ways to the board. We want everyone involved. The past reexamination, there was some recommendations and they never got done. So obvious by the governing bodies since then. So we obviously want to make sure we're coordinating well. And, you know, Christine and Tommy are both on the planning board. So we'll hope to craft something that has some good ordinances that the city can act on and you know, kind of take those recommendations to heart to help development in town. So
Great. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to say it's been a breath of fresh air. I mean, the past people on the planning board were great. Greg and his preparation before our first meeting talking about the master plan, he had it sent to everyone so we could review it. It's 75 pages, so we're all working through it. And Greg had asked that everyone kind of read it and make notes, because some of the stuff doesn't quite apply anymore. But I really appreciate you're doing a spectacular job up there. Thank you.
You were just saying that session, then I'll
Do I hear a motion to close the meeting to the public? Motion. Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay. Okay, at this time, we're going to enter into closed session.
All right, so we'll just need a resolution. Essentially, the resolution, what's that?
Also, remember to break down.
First, resolution pursuant to subsection 12B of the Open Public Meetings Act, the governing body is able to go into closed session for particular publicly excluded items. In this scenario, it's contract negotiations and/or litigation with respect to discussing as to the police chief's employment contract and a third-party collections matter related to municipal court fines. So we'll need a motion and a second to adopt this resolution before entering closed.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Authorize the adoption of the execution of the contract.
The chief's still here?
Okay.
We're back in power.
Okay, number 65, authorizing the mayor to sign an employment agreement between the city of Absecon and Chief James R. Loughlin for position of Chief of Police. May I hear a motion to move resolution number 65, 2026?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Clark?
Yes.
Evans?
Yes.
Larotunda?
Yes.
Light?
Yes.
Parker?
Yes.
Sykes?
Yes.
That's it.
Not gonna adjourn.
Yep.
May I hear a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Motion.
Second, Mr. President.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
This guy.
All right.
Mr. President.
Thanks.
Awesome.